What's up, guys? It's your boy Nathan. This is Somewhat United with Nathan, and welcome back to my channel. I first off like to apologize for not uploading last week. I had a birthday and some personal things I had to get over with, so apologies for that. Hopefully, that doesn't happen again because I like uploading these videos and I like talking about these fights and football matches. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. First off, we have the UFC's final pay-per-view of the year. We have a flyweight championship defense once again in short notice. We have Davison Figuereido taking on Mexico's Brandon Moreno. And let's dive into the main card. First off, we have a heavyweight fight between Junior Dos Santos versus French knockout artist Cyril Gane. And this is going to be an interesting fight because Junior Dos Santos needs this win very desperately because as of last week, I heard that there are going to be roster cuts, and Junior Dos Santos has been on quite a losing streak in general overall. So the past 5 fights have not been very fruitful for him, and he's been knocked out in devastating fashion. And I feel he's being pitted up very unfortunately against this French monster, Cyril Gane. The problem here is that Junior Dos Santos really has one way of winning, and that is keeping him at bay with his jab. He has to keep him out of range because if he gets within range, I think Cyril Gane is going to knock him out. He's going to knock him out devastatingly again, and I think that will probably be the end of Junior Dos Santos' UFC career because he's had way too many knockouts already, and I don't think it's quite safe for his brain health to continue fighting. I think he might have to retire after this fight if he loses devastatingly. So I pick Cyril Gane. I would say first or second round KO. Cyril Gane is a monster. Then we have a middleweight fight which has been rejigged over the last week. We have Kevin Holland taking on Ronaldo Jacare Souza. And what basically happened is Kevin Holland, he tested positive for coronavirus. He was supposed to fight last week's main event fighter, Jack Hermanson. And what happened is he tested positive, so they pushed it forward and they mixed and matched their opponents against each other. And now he's pitted against Ronaldo Jacare Souza. Ronaldo Jacare Souza is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He's a 10-time gold medalist in Jiu-Jitsu. He's probably one of the best ever grapplers to ever fight in the UFC octagon. He's very well revered and respected in the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu scene and as well as the MMA scene, as he has won championships in Strikeforce and he's been as high as a number 3 ranked contender in this middleweight division. So he has a stiff test, but the problem is Jacare Souza is not young anymore. He's 37, 38 years old. He's quite elderly for a middleweight, and I have a feeling that Kevin Holland is going to win. I think it's going to be a decision. I think Ronaldo Souza is a tough out. He has been finished before, but I think he's very tough to just put away. I think Kevin Holland is going to use his gas tank, keep him at bay, mix it up, avoid the jiu-jitsu as much as he can, and I think he's going to win a decision. I think he's going to actually cruise to a decision based on what I've seen of him. Then we have Renato Moicano versus Rafael Fiziev in I believe it's a lightweight match, but I'm pretty sure they both have fought at featherweight too. I know Moicano has been ranked as high as 4th in the featherweight division. So I don't know if they are taking this fight because of its short notice or have they both moved up. But Rafael Fiziev is a Kyrgyzstani fighter and he fights out of Phuket top team. I believe he's one of the head coaches there for Muay Thai or kickboxing. And he's taking on a very well-rounded Renato Moicano who likes to strike, but he's quite capable on the ground as well. He's fought some big fighters, but he's come out short against most of them. He's fought like the top 3, top 4 of the featherweight division. He's a very, very good fighter, but he has fallen short. He's like in fights like Jose Aldo and Brian Ortiz Ortega. He has fought some elite competition. I think he's just that notch below. So it's going to be an interesting fight if he's moving back up to lightweight now. I don't know if it's permanent or is it just the circumstance. It's going to be an interesting fight, and I think he has enough tools on the table and more. I think he's more well-rounded than Rafael Fiziev, and I think he's going to take a decision. I think it's going to be an interesting fight. I think Fiziev is going to give him trouble on his feet, and I think he's going to take it to the ground to be safe. And I think he's going to maybe edge out a submission or maybe win a decision win. I would say he's going to win by decision. Then we have co-main event in the lightweight division, my favorite division personally, the most talented division in the UFC. We have Tony Ferguson coming back from his devastating loss to Justin Gaethje for the interim UFC lightweight title. He's going to take on ranked number 6th Charles "The Bronx" Oliveira from Brazil. And it's going to be an interesting fight because this is Charles Oliveira's first crack at the top 5 in the lightweight division. He has been a top 5 fighter before, back in the featherweight division when he used to fight there. And now this is his crack year at this division. The only difference is when he was in the featherweight division, I think he was too young and his game wasn't polished enough to beat the elite there. So he always fell short against the absolute elite in the featherweight division. But what I think is he's come out of age now. He's come out of that shell of his. I think he's more expressive, he's more dynamic, his striking is caught up with his grappling. He's a very dynamic submission specialist, and he has a calf slice of victory in the UFC, and he's really good. It's very impressive to see him fight, especially if you like submissions, you like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you're intrigued by it like I am. And what it is it's going to be an interesting fight because Tony Ferguson likes to do Imanari rolls and all these kind of crazy dynamic grappling moves. So it's going to be interesting if they keep it up on the feet, they nullify the ground game, or they don't mind rolling with each other, which is going to be fun. It's going to be a fun fight. I think Charles Oliveira has come of age now, and I think he is actually going to crack into that top 5 finally, especially after what he did to Kevin Lee, which I don't think many people expected him to do or perform that way specifically. I think this is crack at top 5, and I think he's going to be a solid contender. He is already the dark horse in this division, and I think he's going to solidify himself as a contender, and only big matches here from now on. Charles Oliveira by decision, I would say. Then we have the main event. Brandon Moreno takes on the champ, UFC flyweight champion Deiveson Figueiredo, the God of War. And they both fought on the same card maybe 3 weeks ago. They both had made quick work of their opponents, turned it right around, fought again. And it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a really nice, good fight, I think, because I think Brandon Moreno has what it takes to give Deiveson Figueiredo trouble. But Deiveson Figueiredo is just a destroyer. I mean, I thought he was going to finish Alex Perez, but I didn't think he was going to finish him like that. He was so impressive. And to have such quick turnaround, Dana White wants him to stay here. He doesn't want to do the whole visa and the quarantine thing. He told him, stay here, I'm getting another fight. He got another fight, 3 weeks notice. Final pay-per-view of the year. I think he's going to be fight of the year too by ESPN. I think he's MMA fight of the year for sure, probably. And I don't know. I don't think Brandon Moreno can get past Deiveson Figueiredo. I just don't see how is it possible. He's so well-rounded. He's such a destroyer. Knocker power, both hands. His ground game is crazy, as we saw in his last fight where he tapped out Alex Perez with this high-angled guillotine, which he had him like on the crown on the top of his head, and he was cranking on his neck, and Alex Perez tapped relatively quickly. I don't see how anyone can get past the champ at the moment, and I'm going to say third round finish. I think it's going to be a fun 3 rounds, but I think he's going to get him out in the 3rd round. Deiveson Figueiredo 3rd round finish. I think probably knockout. So that was it, guys. That was another video in the bag. Another fight video, another fight week. Enjoy it. There's one more after this, I believe, and then 2020's fight schedule's over for the UFC. It's been interesting. Credit to Dana White to keep the show running, and just enjoy the fights, because you don't know what may happen in the coming months. If the world further devolves into more problems with this pandemic, we might not get any fights. So enjoy it while it's here, enjoy it while it's there, and as long as they keep putting good fights on, I think everyone's going to be happy. And this week is pretty solid fights up and down the card, even if you watch the preliminaries. And yeah, just enjoy the fights while they're still here. If you like the video, please share, please subscribe for the algorithm. Please help your boy grow this channel. It means the world to me. I just love talking about this, making picks. It's fun. I just like watching fighting. I love watching football. And I just like to talk about it. So if you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.